All right, so I can let people know what happened rather than saying it 100 times. Um, what took place was I got an early Christmas present. My wife bought me a compound miter saw. Those are the miter saws that chop down and also slide. And that's a pretty sweet tool. Well, I don't think so now, but what happened was I was cutting some wood. I was going to make an eave for the back door to see how it looked for the rain and all that anyway. So I cut some wood with my miter saw, my new miter saw, really nice. And on my third cut, I was cutting a piece of wood, bringing it across, and it bit. Now with my old miter saw, it just went down and that was all. But this one bit and then ran up my arm and cut my arm right here, pretty much off. Ran through my watch a little bit too, and so after it happened, obviously I thought it was stupid. I wish it didn't happen, and so I grabbed a rag and wrapped it around my arm and direct pressured while I was yelling for Connie, pretty hysterically I think, a couple times. But then I remembered she had gone to work to do a couple things and come back. So I tried to open the door using my hand. It wouldn't open, obviously. So I had to lay my hand in my lap while I opened the door, and I got in, and I got the phone clear across the living room, took it off its handle, and just punched 911 and talked to the lady while holding my hand, with the thing. She asked me all the questions, all that stuff that was going on, what my address was, what my phone number was. Never asked me my name though, so I figured they already knew my name, but I guess never happened, but that's okay. So then after that I told her I was getting a little lightheaded, that I was going to lay down, and she reminded me to keep the front door unlocked for the firemen that were going to come, firefighters, so I unlocked that. That was a good idea. That was good thinking on her part. And so I laid down and just waited, and I'll tell you, it's great to hear sirens when you're laying down. So they came in, and it was the guys over at 65, Clint and Todd and Robert and Pete. And those guys were great. Just the ability they did to put together just calmness, as well as just allowing just that personalness of what they were doing and getting me ready for transporting me to the hospital. And just a great thing that Clint knew to go to UCI because of the vascular surgeons and all. But I think a tragedy such as that, you always say, why would God let that happen? But God has his plan, and he knows what he's doing. And all I know is that since the fact, at least it's reattached and everything else is on. But we took off from there to UCI. Actually, Connie showed up. The captain was able to call my wife Connie and let her know what was going on. She came down pretty hysterically, I think, and Tanya was there to help her and just comfort her while they were getting me ready to be transported. So we got in the ambulance, and Connie went too. And I just want to shout out to the OCFA guys once again, above and beyond. The guys that stayed back and cleaned up the house of all the blood and everything else and put away all the tools. And I just can't say enough of how thankful I am for that as well. So then I went down to the hospital where most of the family started showing up, and that was a nice support. My son was from his fire station. The captain let him go and come down, and we were just getting ready for what they were going to do. A vascular surgeon was there, and he did a great job. 7 hours worth of surgery to reattach my bone and my muscles and everything else. So after it was cut, I found out later on that had it been 2 more centimeters, it would have severed my artery, and that artery probably would have caused me to bleed to death had I not been able to get 911. I don't know if I would have been able to do that either. So, but the doctor seems to be very pleased with it. I went last Friday to have him look at it, and he took out some stitches. Next Friday he's going to look at some more stitches and look at it again and take out some more stitches. So the prognosis is a couple more weeks for that, and then 2 more weeks after that maybe start to do some physical therapy. But again, thank you for all your prayers and your support. City of Westminster and the fire guys here, OCFA. You guys did a great job, and again, I just thank you so much for letting me still be alive, and thanks.